This is Kim here, the Divine Warrior Goddess. And I started getting something very strongly while I was in the shower that I need to make this video, even though I wanted to go back to bed because my body is done for from doing all the snow shoveling yesterday. So I took a shower, put my pajamas back on, wanted to pop on here and make this video, and then I'm going back to bed because I honor me, and you should do as well. Always listen to your higher self and your messages. But this video is about angels, spirit guides, and your loved ones that have crossed over. You may have noticed that I don't talk about angels as much anymore, or your guides. Ever since I've been on this path, I have not felt things that most other humans do about loved ones that have crossed over. I do not spend years in mourning because I know that they're okay. Because I've been able to connect with them for 20 years, I know that they're okay. That's always the message that they want to bring through. So that's not something that has affected me deeply, as I know that so many others that it does. And I'm not disregarding your feelings, but the message that comes through over and over, time and time again, reading after reading, year after year, is we're fine. So I know if you are still in a lot of pain about a loved one, here is a universal message for everyone that they want you to know that they're okay, and let the grieving go. They did not leave here too early. They're quite happy. My gosh, they're home. This is not home. Too many people think the earth plane is home, and it's not. But what we're creating now is heaven on earth with the new earth. So we're going to get a little, for now, we're going to get a glimpse and feel the beauty, the magic, the wonder that they're in all the time now. So, and about angels and spirit guides, where do I begin? As I now embody my higher self, I no longer look to my angels or my spirit guides or any angels or spirit guides I don't pray to them, I don't look to them to help me, because I know I have the power inside of me for everything that I need. We create our own reality. We create our own universe. We create our own hologram. We create what dimension we're in at any given moment in time. So we do not need to look for anything outside of us anymore. We call to the universe to bring us what we need to accomplish the things that we need to accomplish, as my mission at every moment is in service to all. So I do need things to provide for that. I do need to eat. I do need a roof over my head. I do not no longer seek material objects if they have no purpose. I no longer waste my money on promoting more humanness, if you will. So if you seek and pray to your angels and your guides, you're not a sovereign being. And we are all sovereign beings. And the more that you realize that we're all one and it's all unity consciousness, you have your angels, you have those angels within you. So there is no need to look outside of you for this any longer. So that's the message that I want to get across, because I'm getting all these notifications. It's kind of disrupting me. That's the message that I want to get across, is that and why I don't do what I call clairvoyant readings anymore, because I have evolved, and that's what we're here to do. Is we're always here to evolve. And the thing that I've always taught, 20 years plus giving public speeches, and with my clients, is that I'm not special. We all have these capabilities within us. We're all psychic. We all can be mediums. We all are healers. We all have all these gifts. I've always said I'm not special. But I am special in the way that we're all special. So once you transcend into your higher consciousness and your higher self, you realize that you no longer look outside of you for anything. So my sessions have changed to quantum transformational sessions, because I help people step into their power. And that is why my first book is about stepping into your power. Because if you're looking to something outside of you that makes you feel powerless, so let's say you pray to Archangel Michael for protection, which I did, but I no longer do so, because I know that I'm always protected. I know that there's no need for protection. No, let's scratch that. Not that I know I'm always protected. I know that I'm always safe, that there is nothing to fear. If you think there's something to fear, then there is something to fear, because you're creating it. If you don't think that there's something to fear, then there is absolutely nothing to fear. This is why I no longer call in Archangel Michael or the angels. Not that I dismiss them in any way, but I don't look to them to solve my problems anymore, because the answers are within, and they're within you also. And believe it or not, when you're praying to them, you're claiming, I am powerless and I am a victim. And I'm here to tell you, you're not powerless and you are not a victim. So that is why I want to empower everyone to step into their power and to know how powerful they are. We all need to get out of the victim mode. And I am still breaking programs myself. It's an ongoing process. Eventually, I hope I don't have any more, but I move through them a lot faster. Some programs are still taking longer for me. So in my sessions, of course, your loved ones and your masters, teachers, angels, and guides can come through in a session with me. And of course, I will gladly let them do so. But I'm telling you that it's not necessary, and your higher self is who you need to be seeking. Your soul is who you need to be seeking the answers from, because you have all the answers within you. You all do. No matter how powerless you feel, you have it all in with you. It's just remembering that and knowing it. And like I said, your loved ones, oh yes, I can certainly converse with them and talk with them. And they come through quite easily, but they all want you to know that they're okay. They don't want you to be in despair, in agony, depression about losing them. I've talked about this for years also. They all want you to know they're okay. And they are. Now, I didn't realize that all these years, well, I didn't think of it this way, that I always knew that like I had to go up, or, I just tap in. It was always very easy for me to tap into the spirit realm, which is just another vibration. It's just another dimension. It's really no big deal. Everyone has access to that if they so desire. So I want you to feel powerful and to know that all these years that I've been giving messages from angels, guides, and loved ones in heaven is because I could access that frequency. I could access that vibration. How did I do that? Well, you have to have purity of heart, mind, and soul. It's all about purity. No hidden agendas. No... what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it. No... you can't want anything. You can't be doing this because you want that. Now, of course, there are a lot of readers and teachers that do have hidden agendas. I had one. And you don't see it at first or for years, but then once you open your eyes and you awaken, you see it and it's there. Then it's very easy to see. So I believe in 2011, all the veils came down for me. And I read energy. So I know what other people are thinking. I know what their agendas are. And I know what they're feeling. And it kind of freaks people out because they don't even want to admit to themselves what they're thinking or what they're feeling. And I already know. Things that are going to happen for people, I already know. But I make them uncomfortable sometimes when I say, I know what you're thinking. Kind of freaks them out. But I'll back off unless it needs to be discussed, and then we'll address it. It's not a confrontation, it's communication. I don't do it in an accusing way. I do it in a healthy manner. And as for knowing how things are going to, what's going to happen, there is no time, but I already know which way some things are going to go down. And, those I just keep to myself. So really, since 2011, when I started to really embody my higher self, the veils came down. I was truly open to higher consciousness, and not just other dimensions and frequencies to give readings and energy sessions, healing, which it's not really even healing. It's restoring you back to your original template. That's all it is. And I've always said, I'm just a vessel. It's not me doing the actual work. So, I take credit for my time, my service, and my dedication, and my years of educating myself to keep moving forward on this path. I was never one to sit back on the sidelines. I jump all in. So when you're looking at someone that's been on this path for 20 years, I never stop learning. I'm always taking courses. I am always taking workshops myself because I invest in me and my soul. To me, that's all it counts. I call it earth plane bullshit. It's just earth plane nonsense most of the time. So I've always been one to keep to myself and be an observer, which has helped me on this path because it's very easy for me to observe the dynamics of relationships, politics, which I don't follow, by the way. I haven't watched the news in 20 years, and I don't ever intend to do so. Because the minute you let yourself get drawn into that stuff, it pulls your vibration down. So the whole purpose, I know I'm kind of all over the place, but the whole purpose of this video is to tell you that you have the power within you to tap in and get all the answers that you want. It is your commitment to yourself and your vibration that will help you get the answers that you want. If your vibration is very low because you let other people walk all over you all the time and you're in victim mode all the time, you're not going to get the answers that you want or that you need. Because here's the thing is, like, I don't want certain answers. I want the truth and what's best for me and my soul and my journey. So I don't ask and ask and ask 1,000 times about certain things till I get the answer that I want, because that's not how this works. Your human side will want a certain answer. And they'll go about every way that they can to try and get that answer that they're looking for. And even if it's not the best answer for them. because that's what they want. They want to control it. They want to control their life. You might even want to control your gifts. And they're really not even gifts. It's our natural state. Everyone has access to this. Every single soul. That's who you are on a soul level. Think about that for a minute. That does not mean that you do not need to go have energy work or go get a reading or have a session. You should, because that's what helps us to release things. It helps us to wake up. All of those components are very, very important. And if you're not willing to pay for those sessions, you need to ask yourself, what is more important? Because my soul is what's most important. And that's why I invest in my soul. And I know that my universe is not going to let me down, because I put my soul number one, and I have for years. Except when my human rears its ugly head. And that's an old program. That's a program running that I need to release and work on and let go. So think about it this way. If you need anything, you're not on the right journey. If you are seeking something outside of yourself, and it could be money, but the money will come if you work on your vibration and you dedicate yourself to service and the new earth, unity consciousness, the money will come. It's just you believing it and collapsing the old timelines to allow the new one to come forth. If you think you need your spouse, or you need a romantic partner, or you need anybody to stay in your life forever, which is pretty absurd, you're giving them your power. You're letting them control your happiness. If you are looking to your angels to protect you and to give you messages, you're giving them your power. If you're looking to your guides, you're giving them power. If you think you have to have your job and put up with abuse at work, you're giving away your power. You're not trusting the universe. You're allowing yourself to stay stuck in victim mode. Instead of trusting that your soul, your higher self, your universe is going to take care of you. I compromised myself for over 20 years in an abusive marriage. Yes, it wasn't that abusive in the beginning, but I fully admit I didn't even know how to have healthy communication all the time. But it got progressively worse and worse and worse over the years with this abuse, so bad that I was so conditioned that I didn't even know I was being abused, emotionally and verbally. Getting out of that relationship was the best thing that I ever did. I had years of depression after that because I had a lot of losses, not just my marriage. But it let my soul soar. I would have never gone forward and be doing the things that I'm doing now had I stayed in that relationship. I would have been stuck, moving ever so slightly forward, instead of soaring like I am now. So I want you to consider that. Because only you can draw a line in the sand and say no more. Because if you don't, the abuse is going to keep happening. Because they're not going to stop. That's what they do. So it's up to you to value your soul, your higher self, and step into your power and say no more. And know that you have this power within you, and you always did. It's just like The Wizard of Oz, and it's so funny because that's one of my favorite movies. Maybe I'll watch that today. That you've always had the power, my dear. Think about it. When you're feeling so powerless, think of Dorothy clicking her heels with her ruby red slippers on 3 times and knowing that you have the power within you. You don't need anything outside of you any longer. Fully embody your higher self and step into your power. I still love the angels. I still love my guides. But the whole universe becomes your guide once you really realize everything is a message. Everything is a gift. Everything is love and support and unity consciousness. And we're all one. So I don't look to Archangel Michael outside of myself anymore. I don't look to Mother Mary or Jesus outside of myself anymore. The Christ consciousness is within me now. And it's within you also. So I hope that you learned something with this video, because I want to empower you to know that you have it within you. You always did. It's just remembering. So now I'm really pooped. And I'm going to go back to sleep because I went to bed late and I got up early. And my light body needs rest, and I go with the flow now, and I listen to what my body needs. I listen to my higher self, and I urge you to do the same, because your higher self is never going to steer you wrong, because it is you. So I will see you soon. I know I've been making a lot of videos lately, and I probably will continue to do so. I love you all dearly. You can find me on my website, KimberlyAnnsTreasures.com, and on Facebook, Divine Warrior Goddess, or Kimberly Ann's Treasures. And I am Kim Semitas, the Divine Warrior Goddess, sending you so much love. And if you are so inclined, you can go on my website and book a session. Or I also have some products on there now that I've made with essential oils that are all natural to raise your vibration and your frequency, and quantum light activations to activate the codes and the light that is already inside you to help you step in to your power. Thanks for watching, and I will see you soon.